All right, I'm just starting with the budget planner for 2024. I'm starting to work on my budget for the next year. And if you see my previous video, I kind of went through the list of debts, income, savings to start budget planning. So on the first page, I'm just starting out with my goals for the year. You can let me know what some of your goals are. I may not be able to see all your comments because of the way my positioning is here. So I'm just be on for a few minutes. This just goes over the purpose of budget planning. So we're just trying to find a game plan to help us to track our expenses, our income, our savings, create some financial goals along with other goals that we can do for the year. So if you have any goals for 2024, please comment. What are your goals for 2024? As you can see, I wrote down just a couple. Pay down credit card debt, increase savings, take a needed vacation. I'm going to have to put a star by that one because I haven't been on a vacation in a while. All right, so we got a few budgeting and savings tips. So what we're doing now is trying to create a budget, listing all our income and our expenses. And we're going to track our expenses here. Anything we spend, we can write it down. Create some budget goals for ourselves. There are a few reminders in this budget planner. One is to pay yourself first in savings. So we gotta save. An automatic transfer of savings is recommended. We could use that money for an emergency fund or a specific goal. And as far as saving money, especially when eating out, we can do some meal prepping. You know, some people go to work 5 days a week, and eating out every day for lunch is expensive. Some other savings tips. If you get a raise this year, you can definitely try to save some of that in a separate account to help increase your savings. And then review any or try to eliminate any monthly subscriptions. I just went through my bills and I was looking at the subscriptions that I have. So I'm going to see if there's any way I can try to save or reduce or cut down some of that expense for the month. All right, so here's some tips for credit card debt. We can use cash instead of our credit cards. Don't take them everywhere you go. Our credit card balances should be less than 10% of the credit limit. Don't open up any new credit unless it is necessary. And don't use the credit cards unless it's an emergency. I know some people do use their credit cards to pay their bills. That is fine. As long as you pay them off at the end of the month. And we can always increase our income. All right, so I do have a credit card tracker. Now for me personally, I have 2 credit cards. So I'm going to actually go ahead and start filling in. I have a Capital One. And I also have a Sam's Club. You know, we love Sam's Club. I'm going to put the due date. I think Capital One is the 22nd of the month. Now, I'm going to try to pay this one off within the next 4 months. So that'll be April 2024. And this one, I'm going to need more time for this one for sure because of the balance. And I think my monthly payment is like $30, $35, and this one is like $219, I think. I just got to look up the balances of them. All right, so now we're getting into the 12-month calendar. So we're going to write January 2024. All right, so for my budget goals, I'm going to reduce the Capital One card for sure, if not pay it off. And then I'm going to start dating my calendar. So the first comes in on Monday. Do y'all have any plans for New Year's Eve? I'm just going to be inside. No partying for me. So I'm just dating my calendar here for the month of January. It's 31 days in January. All right, so let's see. I could actually use a calendar. So for my savings, I have an automatic transfer of $50 going into savings. So when the first paycheck in January comes, I will definitely fill this out. And then when the first paycheck in January comes, I will definitely fill that. So I'm going over to January. I'm going to fill out the amounts of what I pay. All right, let's see. All right, so for mortgage, we're going to do $21.50. Utilities. I'm actually going to split this up. I'm going to put water down here because that's every 3 months. Last time my bill was $155. And that cable, I think it's $159. Cell phone for sure. That's about $315. I have like 3 lines on my phone. And the HOA, that's paid twice a year. And then 2 payments, so I will definitely have to go back in and fill that in. And the trash, I'll just round this off to $90, but that's every 3 months. And that was just paid in December. Utilities, we're going to do electric and gas. So just say $30 for gas. Electric, let's say $65. I usually try to pay more for gas. If the gas is $30, I'll go ahead and give them $50 just to have that extra amount on there as a credit for the following month. All right, auto payments, I'll put $472. Insurance, I've been paying mine at every 6 months, so I'll wait and see what that amount will be. Gas, I'll have to estimate gas. And then maintenance, no maintenance for January. Credit cards, we can go back. So I have 1 credit card, my Capital One, $35. I usually give them more. You got to give your credit cards more than just the minimum payment. I can actually show you. So credit card payments should be more than the payment amount and interest charge. As a matter of fact, I can show you this one here. So for this Capital One, this was a December payment. So my minimum payment amount was $34, which isn't bad. So my balance is $13.73. $63.41. But the thing that you have to look at is the interest charge. For this amount here, they're charging me $20.63. So not only do I have to pay the $34, I need to include $20.63 as well, or you will never see your balance go down. So I'm just adding 34 plus 20.63 equals, so that is $54.63. So my minimum, so when I make my payment should be at least this amount. As you can see on this one, my previous month payment was $100. So I try to give them at least $100, $150. It depends on how much extra I have to spare. But just remember, when you're paying your credit cards, pay the minimum plus the interest charge, or you will never see the balance go down. So this is the credit card here that that's going to get paid off probably within the next 3 months. All right, so then the other credit card I have, I try to give them at least $225 to $250, because this is the one that has higher limit, and it also has highest interest as well. And then I do have a student loan, so I put $112. Same with that one. My monthly payment is $112, but I give them $125. So when I pay that little bit of extra, like this month for the December, my monthly payment is $71.92. So just by giving a little extra can help. Even with car payments, I started a new car payment. So my car payment is $472, but I'm going to give them more than that $472 because I'm not going to take 5 years to pay off a car. I'm going to try to pay it off as soon as I can. All right, so I got to fill out some more stuff here. We haven't got paid for January yet, so I'm just setting up my budgeting, my expense tracker, all this good stuff. So once January comes, I'll be ready to go. So this is another reminder that I put in. If you check your expenses, is there anything that you can eliminate or decrease? The extra money can be used to decrease your debts and savings. Now I looked at the subscriptions that I have. I have Amazon Prime, which I'm paying $14.99 for a month. And I just looked on there to see that yearly I can pay $139. So I'll be switching that over to a yearly payment so I can save that $40. And I also have Netflix, of course. Every time you look, they're going up in price. So that's $16.42. And then I also have XM Radio. I don't need it, but I like it, so I keep it. And that's just $8.49 a month. So I'm not going to fuss too much about that. So I'm just going to write in Netflix. And I also have BET Plus. I like the channel, but sometimes they're a little slow at adding new shows or new movies. So sometimes I pause that and then pick up in another month or so, and then I can just catch up watching the shows. So that may not be consistently every month. If I just decide to cut it off, then that's my choice to do so. All right, so Amazon Prime is $14.99. So I think on it said one more month for January, I'll be charged to $14.99. Then I can go and do a yearly payment. So I think I will do that instead. A yearly payment of the $139, just a one-time fee, and be done with that. All right, so that is, I'm actually going to add up. And then I got to put XM Radio. I'll squeeze that in there, XM Radio. So these are the subscriptions are automatically taken out of my account, which is easy to do. You just got to make sure that you have the money in there. I don't even notice they take it out. It's just gone. All right, so that's $8.49, and then we have $16.42. $10.59, and then $14.99. So the total of my subscriptions are $50.49, which isn't too bad. That's my entertainment budget right there. Because going out to the movies is expensive, so I can utilize Netflix, BET, Amazon Prime to facilitate my entertainment. Plus, I still have cable, which is $159. That includes my internet as well. So I think that's enough for entertainment for now. And then groceries. I have to budget for groceries. I'm just trying to think of a dollar amount of how much I spend. So I'm going to actually keep track of that. I do have a household of 2. My son eats more than I do, so he does help me with buying groceries. And then dining out, I try to keep that to a minimum. I may get lunch once or twice a week. And then personal care, I can budget, let's just say $50 for that. That may or may not happen. And then HOA, I'm going to put this amount in. I think they're going up this year. Actually, there's a meeting coming up in a few minutes that I will probably hop on and listen to just to hear what they're talking about. So my HOA is actually divided into 2 payments. They do it twice a year. So that'll be just divided in half. So that'll be about $350 twice. We usually do that in March and April. So I will just write that in there for now. And then I just have to put a gas amount. I don't spend a lot of money on gas because I work in a close proximity to my job, so I don't have to travel far. So I'll just put $60 for right now. All right, let's see. So I'm just setting up my budget. So I'm just showing you the pages of the budget planner. There's a notes page after each month. There's a 6-month and a 12-month check-in. So at 6 months, you just review, did you hit any of your financial goals? What are your goals for the next 6 months? And then there's also a credit card and savings tracker. So I will definitely be interested in seeing in 6 months from January, which will be June, how my credit cards will be as far as that balances. I will not be opening up another credit card, so I'll just have those 2, and then I can add my savings and 401k balances on there. So the beginning balance will be what it will be in January, and then the ending balance will be at that 6-month period. So I'll be eager to see what those numbers are. And then at the 12-month, so at the end of the 12-month, whenever you start, you answer pretty much the same questions. Did you reach your financial goals? What's your next financial goals for the next 12 months? Did you have any setbacks? And then you just do the same thing here. Hopefully I will not have that Capital One card still here, but I should have the Sam's Club. Unless I hit the lottery. And then at the end, it's just some extra note pages. If you want to make some extra notes. Journal. Whatever you want to use it for. So I'm pretty excited to get started on my budget in January. I'm just doing a prep. Getting all my bills down. Got my goals down. So I got to do savings for vacation. So in addition to paying your bills, you got to also set money aside for those goals that we want. So you can find my planner. You just check the link in the bio if you're interested. Or if you got any questions, you sure can ask. Or you can tell me what's your financial goals for the new year. And I also, let's see, I've already set up my budget binder, my money savings budget binder. There is a money challenge coming January 1st. You can check my previous videos. This one starts with a $5 deposit. First one, $5. The first one, January 1st. And then after that, it'll increase $1 each week. And at the end, it should be $15.86. So I've already set up my budget binder. I got a savings folder. This one has $60 in it for savings. Car maintenance, I had to work on that. I went and got my car checked out, and they said, oh, you will need some tires soon, and you'll need some brakes soon. So I'm working on that. So far, I have $70 in there. And then personal care. This personal care will be my vacation fund. So I'm working on that. Got $70 in there so far. And then housing. I've just started this one. Housing. I got to get some projects done around the house. So I'm going to start a housing fund as well. And then this little tucked away 10 will be for the money challenge. It'll start with $5. But you can always put as much as you like. The more the better. Alright, so feel free to follow me, share my information, check out my other videos about budget planning, about establishing credit, increasing your credit, increasing savings, and I will do another live soon. But for right now, I think I'm going to go and jump on the meeting for the HOA to see what is going on there. I think we're going to increase our dues for the new year, so definitely got to check that out because I'm going to have to put that in the budget. All right, I'm signing off for now. Take care. Don't forget to like and follow. See you next time. Bye-bye.